Hi, I'm Jim,
I'm Karen.
and we do slow travel across the globe.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we certainly do. Today's video is a wrap-up of our Bosnia and Herzegovina trip.
Yep, we spent about 3 months there.
I'm going to let Karen go with this.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. You start.
All right, we flew in from Kuala Lumpur to Sarajevo, and we did that. I have to look at some dates because I'm not going to try to memorize everything. We flew in February 25th. We stayed about a month in Sarajevo.
Yes.
So what did you think about it?
Sarajevo was nice. I'm not 100% sure it was worth a month's stay, but it was certainly a nice stay.
I enjoyed the first month there. We wrapped around and came back 11 days at the end of our trip back there, and that became pretty redundant. But I found it to be a complete shock. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting anything. I try to have low expectations wherever we go, or none. They say happiness is life without expectations.
I guess my only thing with Sarajevo is there's museums, but they tend to be a little bit on the dark side or very sad because of the Sarajevo history.
We took a wonderful walking tour.
Yes, that was great.
And I think you put it into place too, that Sarajevo definitely hasn't given up on its past. It will not forget, hopefully. I don't think they can, especially with the generations still being alive that went through it. But they're not stuck in it.
No, they've recovered pretty well.
Because if they were stuck in it, I don't think anyone could smile. It is the war was traumatic, and just going to the museums, a couple of the museums, it was very hard to walk through. But that wasn't it. That we had great food.
The food was good.
Burek.
The old town is fantastic.
And there's a place that you can stand in the old town, and it was really interesting on the walking tour that you see the Ottoman influence to the right of you, and then to the left of you is all the Australian,
yes, Austro-Hungarian.
There was a kangaroo.
Yes.
No, there wasn't.
So
we enjoyed it.
It was good. It was nice. And from Sarajevo, we went
to Mostar first before the road trip.
Yeah, before the road trip was Mostar.
And that was interesting, and we changed locations. You can look at the videos about Mostar and different things. We have videos on most of these things, so you can refer back to those. This is just more of a feelings video. And
what we thought about the areas.
I enjoyed Mostar, the city. The old town, not so much. It was very touristy, and I know I'm a tourist, so don't get me wrong, but there was a couple of bridges to see, and then a really rough walking, very, very crowded, and a lot of souvenirs, and that's not what we're into.
And one of the other things in Mostar was the stone roads that you walk on.
I just said that.
They get wet and they get slippery.
Yep.
So I don't think you said slippery, did you?
No.
No, well, they get slippery.
I said hard walking.
It is hard to walk, and it is slippery. But I didn't fall.
No, you didn't fall.
I usually fall once a trip.
Once a trip. So then on our return, we had our driver pick us up in Mostar. We'll put some of his information in here.
We can try, yeah.
Yeah, you can tag it at the end. But he was really Emir. He was fantastic. He picked us up. We got him from day trip application where you can hire a car. So we hired a car to take us from Sarajevo to Mostar. We know that everybody talks about the train, but we figured we'd just see as pretty scenery, which we did, which was amazing with him. And so he came back from Sarajevo to pick us up from Mostar and took us back to Sarajevo, and we rented a car.
From him.
Which
was great.
It was a great car.
And our road trip began...
It consisted...
right then and there.
April 1st, we started taking off and we went to 1, 2, 3, 4 different towns. Here again, you can refer to our video. Which was your favorite stop?
I like Trebinje, or Trebinje. Somebody should eventually correct me. I can't pronounce the name. I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it.
I was ready to move there.
Yeah, and Karen really loved it.
I really like that in Trebinje. Those were my two highlights. I really like the small town feel of both of them. Trebinje, though, the walk around the river and everything else, the river walk was spectacular. It has an old town, walled old town. We stayed in some Airbnbs and some
hotels,
booking.com things. So that's where we got our accommodations.
I will say, during the road trip, we had one Airbnb was in Banja Luka. We had one of the nicest
it was beautiful
hosts we ever had on a trip. He was great. He spoke very limited amount of English.
But he helped me park the car. The spaces were very close, but all of our car parkings were internal except in Trebinje. But that was still a private car park.
Yep.
But we had garages in that, which was nice. Everywhere was enjoyable. Everybody was extremely nice to us. We picked up some friends and some viewers along the way. I enjoyed it. The scenery in Bosnia is second to none.
What was the name of the girl in...
don't even ask me.
I can't
Banja Luka?
No, not Banja Luka.
It's in our video.
And the other one.
Oh, Zenica.
Zenica.
Zenica?
Zenica. Zenica was also an unusual stay in that there was really very limited amount of things to do.
Yes.
But good food.
When you asked,
and amusement park. And
a ping pong table. When we asked her, she is going there to college, and she actually has lived in Bosnia forever since she was a child. We asked, if you were here, what would you want to see? And she said, well, they just expanded the amusement, brought in a couple new rides, which I think I could count all the rides on both hands. And she said, oh, by the way, we got ping
pong tables.
So we knew we were not in a culturally diverse, a rich area, but it did have a nice walking town, and we had some really good. I have bean soup there that
was really good. Yeah,
fantastic.
So we experienced a lot of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
We really did, and like I said, I think if you're into hiking and nature, you've got to put this on your list. We're not big hikers, but we do love nature, and we loved walking around in the rivers and the water, and that's all that I come back to. The waters and the winding rivers, they were huge. It was amazing.
Mountains are gorgeous.
Oh, fantastic. So then we returned April 21st to Sarajevo for 11 days because we knew that we needed to return to Sarajevo to fly out from Sarajevo airport.
Sarajevo, the second time around, was a little...
It got tedious.
It got a little tedious.
I think because we were also looking forward to leaving so much.
Yes, we were looking forward to leaving. But there was one highlight of that portion of the trip was the Residence Inn by Marriott in Sarajevo. The manager, the staff, everybody was off the hook nice. They were really nice. We saw the hardest worker we've ever seen in any hotel. Amir in the kitchen.
Not to be confused with our
driver.
But Amir was fantastic. But everybody was hardworking. And you can see a video on that Residence Inn too.
I highly recommend that hotel.
I really do. I think if you're tired of getting kind of iffy stays, just go to Bosnia for a really nice stay because it was amazing. Our Airbnb at the beginning in Sarajevo was fantastic too. Mac was excellent. A host. And if you want to know any of the information of where we stay or anything more,
Yeah,
please DM us.
or leave a comment,
Or
and
leave
I'll
a
I'll
comment.
get back. It's easier to leave the comment. Just leave the comment. I'll give you all the information you need.
It was
Um,
fantastic.
Now, I'd like to make an announcement here. We've never done this before. This is a first, but Karen is starting to track expenses. And we're going to try our best to give you expenses and costs from now on. We'd like to do one right now on...
The 21-day trip plus the 11-day stay. That's when I started. I started it. We decided somewhere when we were staying in Sarajevo to start doing this. It was something that I was a little resistant about because I don't want the negative comments that you could go cheaper, you could go more expensive, you could spend less, you can spend more, or you don't, agree. But I guess that's part of YouTube.
Yeah,
You just put yourself out on it. We're comfortable with what we spend. This is our lifestyle. This is what we worked for, and this is what we do.
And we're not going to go somewhere and suffer through a month.
No.
We want to be comfortable, so we really don't care if we spend more money than we should.
Well, actually, for a 30-day stay between the road trip and the 11 days in Sarajevo, the total was $4,450.
$4,450 with everything we did and all the accommodations. And just a
And
word,
renting the car.
the hotels, some of the hotels give us breakfast. Karen doesn't cook. We go out to eat every day. So in that price is at least a dinner, probably
Breakfast,
a snack
coffees,
or
and
breakfast,
yeah.
and coffee.
We eat about twice a day. We try to do a big breakfast and or brunch, and then we do a midday meal around 3-4. We don't try to eat past that because we're old and our indigestion and will keep us up all night.
Yeah, and there's a lot of noise in the middle of the night otherwise.
So to break that down was $2,200 for the accommodations. That was for all the stays. That was with the resident inn and the 4 different places that we stayed. Mostar is not in this. So this is, like I said, we started this from when we picked up the car in Sarajevo. We went to 4 different places in, and so that transportation was $744. That was gas and renting of the car. And any kind of, I think, a tram ticket.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
When we went that. Restaurants were $726, as you can see. We are not eating at 5-star restaurants.
No, we don't. We eat some really good meals, but we also eat
excellent
street
meals.
food.
Do either one of us look like we've lost a meal along?
Should I stand up and show them my belly?
Oh,
It's
God.
expandable.
It's amazing. It's doing so well, and so's my butt. But
let's compare.
Yeah, I think they both stick out about the same amount. One way. It's a good thing we're not back to back, or we'll never get through a door. But yeah, we very well, but we're not necessarily fancy eaters. But I think we enjoy what we enjoy.
Yep.
And then our drinks were big drinkers, $171, but that has a lot to do with the water and an occasional beer and or a glass of wine, but honestly, it's just usually more sodas and waters.
Yeah, we don't do that much.
Groceries, like you said, we don't eat out, so we do like coffee and tea in the morning. So if we don't have a place that has breakfast, we will make coffee and tea. We get the milk, and occasionally we'll do toast or something along that, or make a small sandwich. So the groceries were $108. Miscellaneous was $122, and in miscellaneous, that's a lot of laundry, sightseeing activities, anything along that way. We didn't really do a lot of sightseeing, like you said. We along the way, the sights were the drives.
Yeah, we were, again, the second part of Sarajevo, the highlight was Residence Inn. We really didn't do very much of anything else. And
Mm.
miscellaneous also included some clothes, I
Yeah,
think.
laundry.
Didn't we go shopping for clothes at one point?
No, I don't think
No.
so. Not
Okay, maybe we did it afterwards or before. But in any case, that's a wrap up. $4,450 for 21 days.
No, 21 plus the 11.
32 days.
32 days.
32
so
days.
That was that. So I think Bosnia and Herzegovina is very affordable.
I agree. I think it's underrated by a lot of people. Don't realize what it has to offer. The food is
good.
The food is inexpensive. The accommodations, for the most part,
Everything
are
is
inexpensive.
Really nice.
So we highly recommend
Reasonable. I try
It's
not to sit
reasonable,
there,
yeah,
because
that's true.
there are less expensive accommodations that we could do too, and then we could do a lot more expensive ones.
Well, we could sleep in a tent also,
Yeah.
but we're not going to.
Well, you wanted me to sleep in the car, but you're
Yeah, well,
no.
I'm like that. So, in any case, once again, if you have any questions, leave a comment on the video. I'll get back to you. There's just too many things to try to list to give you information on. So just leave a comment. If somebody needs something, I'll do them, but I'm not going to leave a whole bunch of links to try to show you everything that we've done.
So, I think we've said it 1,000 times. Bosnia and Herzegovina, definitely worth it, worth your time, worth a visit. Just go see it. I think you'll be overwhelmed.
And I think our next video is actually on Residence Inn, Marriott in Sarajevo. We
Oh.
haven't released that yet.
Oh, I thought you were going to release that before this. Who
Oh
knows?
yeah,
We're
I'll
not gonna
release
argue.
that first.
Yes.
I'll release that first,
This
and then
is
I'll
the
release
wrap-up.
this. This is the wrap up. So in any case, slow
As you
travel
can
across
tell,
the
we
world.
don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it and having a lot of fun doing it.
Yes.
So join us. We hope you join us. And you can always pick and choose. We understand that it wasn't a real popular place. It's not the #1 hit. Everybody's touting Albania. We've been to Albania. We've only been to a couple parts of Albania, but so far I would tell you that Bosnia, to me,
I like
rivaled
Bosnia.
it.
Yeah, rivaled it, definitely. So from there, we're going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Karen.
Goodbye, Karen.
And we'll talk to you next video.